morning, beautiful family. How are you? Yeah, the sun is just rising here. The moon is still up, and as I enter this beach today, I am seeing so many dead fish like I have never seen before. This one, next one, another one, another one. Wow, another one. And then a whole bunch here. So many. All these years I've been here, I've never seen that. They all have their eyes still in. So the crows are eating the eyes. So these have just died, but where the eyes are out, the crows take the eyes out. Look how many there are here. That is absolutely shocking. Oh my God. Wow. So many. The whole beach is full. So, you know, that to me is like, it's getting really urgent what is happening with the pollution of the waters and in the body and on our earth, because we are one. Have a look how many, all different sizes. Oh my God, that is just crazy. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh God, so many. Oh God. So much death. That is crazy. Whew. Yeah. It's more at the front there. Yeah. It's very, very shocking. So, the message about water, our waters, because only when we restore our waters, we actually start to care for Earth. Or the ones with toxic waters in their body, there's no care for Earth and her toxifying her body, and yeah. So I've been getting that message for a long time. This toxification of the earth and of us humans. Where I live, there's also systemic baiting of fire ants going on everywhere, going into the waterways, and yeah, there's just so much. We need to have our detox system fully going, or yeah, we cannot function fully. So the Kangen water helps with that, as do the frequency devices. So I'm sharing tools that help with that. And yeah, why? We're seeing it all around us. Yeah. This is a prophecy that was done. We will only appreciate the magic that is sometimes when it's gone. Most people take water for granted. You can just turn the tap on and it comes out. If you live on rainwater, you start to become more conscious. That's how it happened for me. I wasn't very aware of water, nor the quality of water, nothing about water. How stupid, how closed off. That is not taught in our education system and so on. Water, we come out of water, we come out of our mother's womb. We as women have wombs, yeah, and the water, how we have been trained to dry our waters up, and there isn't any consciousness about water, and we can only open that up through the medicine of water. Doesn't open up otherwise. Then we're coming out of the era of mind, and the patriarchy taking over the wisdom of the water women, the water bearers, which are women. And then, yes, it can be also men, and it can be men who in another soul life were women who know, and men who are not in control. And many men have been deeply hurt, that wound inside of circumcision, when they were even pre-verbal and pre-thinking. There's a deep wound that cuts off the whole channel to the heart and to the feminine waters. They're coming out of water and then they get cut in their most masculine part. Think about that. Yeah. That's what we are dealing with worldwide, in other areas more than others, cultures, religions more than others. And it's about the water. If our water dies, we cannot live. Neither can this planet. Yeah. There's so much death in the ocean. There's also so much rebirth. So death is also a transition. But this morning here is for sure a warning. If I come to the beach here and it's full of dead fish, then something quite severe has happened in the water. And then the talk about constant development, constantly ruining more of nature, building another bridge there and all of that. Like, why? Wasting millions on that. Our whole towns are destroyed. Beautiful Burley, absolutely destroyed because of building a tram and so on. This is like really trampling on earth. The whole coast there of the Palm Beach, full of cranes and high-rise buildings, destroying our nature here. Yeah, and when people want to move to an area from another populated area, leaving the big cities, but there isn't any place here, then people cannot move if there isn't any place anymore. Can't make a massive city out of beautiful places as well. That's very, very crazy. Very crazy. So as I'm standing here between the sun and the moon, amongst all these dead fish, these beautiful fish I always swim with, so many, can't even almost count them. It's insane. Oh my God, it is so many. That is absolutely crazy. Another one. The whole shore here is full. I'm so in shock that I can't yet even cry. I'll come after, as I'm just feeling this and seeing this. It's like, it's so shocking that, yeah, just want to turn this off again. It's two more. And they're not here somebody's food. They have died of something. Yeah, and that is the water. Look at the film on the water. Does not look clean. It's a big film on it. Oily slime. That can be insecticide, pesticides out of the valley. So that's how it goes into the food chain, into the birds, and yeah, Earth is speaking to us. So this is a message to the whole world, because where that happens, we are one body, we are one Earth, we are one life. This is like, if we have one part on our body that is dying out and toxified and so on, then that radiates, of course, it affects our whole body. And this here too. This is for the whole world. This is, of course, happening in other places even, yeah, also, and very severe. Not what I had expected here this morning. Very sad. So let's drink to that. And if you are ready to change your water and become aware of the quality of water, then get in touch with me. This water has been incredibly powerful. And bringing that to other people. And yes, also to work through scarcity programs and to align money with water. And yes, the machines are almost $7,000, but that's for a reason, because we have to invest. We're called to invest into our water, and you can make whatever story you want out of it about MLM or whatever. That's the old. It is important now that our water consciousness wakes up. It is more important than ever. We need to be water conscious because we are water. And then we need to shift our frequency that goes together. Frequencies need the right water for the body to shift frequencies and for the connectivity in the body to fuel the information around. If we are not hydrated, we can't work with the right frequencies. We cannot work with a strong solar energy. So this goes together. And it all starts with the water. At the beginning there wasn't the word, at the beginning there was the water. And if the water dies, we die. There's no life without water. At this moment here. Yeah. And us New Earth leaders, we need to start with water. Or it's just another head job and another mind. If we are not shifting the waters and the frequency, we're not doing it. And when we're not caring for the whole and just for the self, that's what network affiliation is. Working together, not in the old tribal way, but in the new, supporting each other, doing it together with a higher vision of changing the health of ourselves and others and this planet. For that we need products that are working for that are shifting and helping people become water conscious about the quality of water, not the quantity. Drinking 5 bottles of plastic water every day, that doesn't do anything, that's toxic. Or the fish are filled with microplastics. Yeah, imagine coming here and the whole beach is full of dead humans. That would get a bit more attention. But the fish the fish are equally as important. There is so many dead fish here this morning. So, to our water consciousness, which means being aware of the water quality for our body, in our body, that it's not just pure, but that it's hydrating. I will share a video, and that will also talk about the 4 phases of water and our water on a cellular level. That's where it matters, because water in our body isn't just like water. It needs the right structure, and our body working with the water in the cells, that it can flow over the cells and into the cells. And yeah, we need our connective tissue to be hydrated so it can do its job of connecting. That's why people are not able to connect with each other, because they are dehydrated and toxified. That's where money is held in stagnation. That's rampant everywhere. Even sitting in the crypto wallets and buying gold, even buying the gold and having it sitting in the bars, the gold bars or the gold coins somewhere hidden at home. It's stagnation and greed and based on fear, instead of letting it flow and helping the world and doing stuff for money, opening these and these. Yes, if businesses are opened that help people, then that's powerful. The greed needs to stop. Everything needs to flow and be shared. Yeah. So the women, when they dry up, and it's called menopause as well, that's a disaster that comes from detoxification, and that comes from not flowing, and things haven't been flowing, and it comes as a shock, to them. It's a very high suicide. 1 in 10 women commit suicide at the age of around 45 to 55. Yeah. And if our feminine dries up, what happens to the world? This patriarchal world where the separation consciousness ruled, and the masculine energy has been taking and having, and we are emerging out of eons of suppression. Yeah. And also the feminine in the man. That's why the feminine has to rise and begin to flow again. The ceremony I did on Saturday at our old water fountain, go a few days back and watch it, because that is the water stopped flowing, and the community is, well, they later get busy drinking beer. Yeah, but our waters dried up at our entrance. That's a warning. And these dead fish in our sacred valley this morning is a warning. Yeah. So I keep going now, and I'm tuning more in here and feeling this and grieving this. And the message is clear. I've been sharing this message for 2 years now. How the importance of our water in this body. Yeah. So I see you later. Have a beautiful day, and